Hello my loves, my name is Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is setting powders 101. So I'm going to show you how I use each powder in my routine, what their purpose is, how to pick a shade, everything that you need to know about how to set your face with powder. So if you want to learn how to use setting powders to set your makeup so that it lasts all day, keep on watching. Okay, so we are going to start with our cream and liquid base completely finished. So I have my foundation, my cream bronzer, my cream blush, and my concealer on. And now we're going to use our first pressed powder. Y'all know that I'm obsessed and in love with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. So that is the one that I'm going to be using today for under my eyes. Today I'm using the shade 310. I also like the shade 330. And you can use two different tools for this. You can either use a tapered powder brush like this, or you can use a powder puff. Either one works. Today I'm going to use my brush. I feel like I often use my powder puff, but I'm going to show you guys me using my brush since I really like both. So you're going to load the brush up with powder. And we're not just going to go straight in with our application. We are going to take our mirror and we're going to look up in it. So you see how some creases have formed under my eyes after blending out my concealer? We do not want to set these creases into place because why would you want your under eyes creased? Right? So we're going to take our concealer brush that we use to blend in the concealer. We're going to look up into a handheld mirror and we're going to use very light pressure to blend away the creases. I'm using a very light hand because I don't want to mess with the concealer around the crease. And yes, you kind of have to make this funny face to really get in there. And then without looking down, I'm going to grab my powder brush if I can find it. Here it is. I'm going to grab my powder brush that I loaded up with powder already, and I'm going to go straight in with setting the under eye. The reason that we don't look down is so the crease doesn't form again. If you need to get more powder, make sure it is nearby so that you can grab more powder onto the brush and really get as close to that crease as possible. And we're going to set the entire under eye where we applied concealer. I'm going to load up my powder brush again, and then we're going to do the other side. Again, we're going to blend out that crease there with very light pressure, a very light hand. And you see how that crease just disappeared? We're going to grab our powder brush and get in there. Really set the under eye, getting as close to the crease as possible. As you can see, my brush really does go over the crease, so you should be able to, but be very gentle and be careful so that you don't get the brush in your eyes. And now your under eye is set with pressed powder. So I apply concealer all on the center of my face, so the center of my forehead, the bridge of my nose, above my lip, and on my chin. Because we still want our face to have dimension and we want it to have highlights and shadows, I'm still going to use my highlighting shade in the center of my face as well. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to set the center of my forehead with this powder. It's going to look a little bit crazy, but don't worry. It'll all come together. You can use as much or as little powder as you want. I have pretty oily skin, so I'm going in with quite a bit. I'm also going over my eyebrows because I hate shiny eyebrows and mine get shiny very easily. I'm also going to go down the bridge of my nose. I don't add as much powder here because I prefer to just use my powder that is my skin tone. I'm also going to go above the lip and on my chin. Again, I don't mind if these areas are not as highlighted as my forehead and under eye, but I did apply my concealer there, so I am going to use my highlighting pressed powder. Now we're going to go in with our second pressed powder. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder in the shade 375 Deep Amber. I found this at the back of my makeup collection and I forgot how much I really used to like this powder. The L'Oreal Infallible collection is really, really good if you have oily skin and or if you're a full glam girl. This is some of the best drugstore makeup. I really like this powder. I really like it. So I'm going to use a powder brush like this. It has some tapering. It's pretty large. It's kind of leaning a little bit because of how it was sitting in my brush drawer, but as you can see, it has shorter bristles around it and longer bristles in the middle. You can also use a fluffy powder brush like this one. This is the Sephora Collection 80. This is the Sephora Collection 50. It's really about personal preference, what you like to use. I kind of like these tapered ones more. And I'm going to coat my powder brush on all of the bristles with the powder. And I'm just going to set the rest of my face. I like to start along my jawline. And you want to avoid the areas that we set with our lighter powder. And again, depending on your preference, you can still go over these areas. For me, I'm not going to go over my under eyes because I want those to remain bright, but I don't mind going over my chin because I don't prefer or need that to be too bright, and also above my lip as well. But that triangle that we applied our concealer and our highlighting powder, I'm not going to use this with. I'm also going to take this on kind of the perimeter of my forehead, covering up my edge so I don't get too much powder in it. But I'm not really going to touch the center of my forehead too much. And on the edge of my concealer, I'm just going to take the brush I used with the first setting powder, and I like to go along that border between the lighter powder and the darker one because I feel like it helps to mattify this area without getting too close to my under eye and making it dark. I didn't really add too much extra product. I don't think I actually added any powder to my brush. I just used what the excess was, but if I run out, I will tap into the powder a little bit and just lightly set along the edge, and this allows for a very seamless blend between the two. I'll also go on the center of my forehead and again along those lines. This helps decrease any harsh lines that may have formed. And now our entire face is set with powder. It is so important to use 2 different pressed powders. I know some people can go without using a skin tone pressed powder, but for me, I really advise people to use this because I do not think it's good to go with makeup that is unset. I also forgot to tell you, make sure you use your skin tone powder on your neck. We do blend foundation down the neck. And as I was saying, you don't want any of your face to be wet. Any of the areas that you added any creams or liquids, it's so important to set with powder so that it lasts all day. You can definitely stop here if you want. It depends on your skin type and just your preference. I know some people only use pressed powder, some only use loose powder. The reason I'm recommending this technique to you is because I know your makeup is going to last all day with this. I don't know about any of the other routines and techniques, but I know your makeup is going to last as long as it possibly can by using both pressed and loose setting powder. So after we've used our pressed powder, now you can use a loose setting powder. There are so many different types of loose powder that you can use. I prefer to use one that is going to brighten up the areas that I want to be bright. So for me, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Peach Pie. This is my favorite loose powder. I have really been reaching for this one a lot in the past few months. I really love Blondie and Banana Bread as well, but Peach Pie has been that girl for me. So I'm going to use this one, and again, you can use a powder brush like this one, or you can use a powder puff. With my loose powder, I tend to prefer a powder puff, so that's what we're going to use today. This one is just from Amazon. It actually needs to be cleaned, but don't mind that. I'm going to tap into my pressed powder here. And you see how there's all kinds of chunks and lumps and bumps on the powder puff? Do not apply powder that looks like this to your face. It is so important that we have an even layer of powder on the powder puff before we go in and set with it. So what I like to do is just smooth the powder out in the palm of my hand so that all the lumps and chunks and clumps are smoothed out. So now, once you do that, your powder puff will look even. You see how the powder doesn't have any chunks or lumps in it and everything looks even and smooth? That is exactly how you want your powder puff to look before going in with your loose powder, because you do not want a chunky application. That will not make your makeup look smooth and it'll just be hard to work with. So after we do this, I like to start by going under my eyes, and I get as close to my lash line as possible because this is where our eye is going to crease. I also like to do kind of a reverse nose contour, and I'm just going to apply the powder along the sides of my nose. I have all kinds of crevices by my nose, so I like to get in there as well. And I'm applying it basically the same way that we applied our concealer and our powder. I'm also going to take the tapered powder brush I used earlier to just kind of diffuse the edges. We do not want our powder here to have harsh lines because we do not want to create a harsh line with our powder. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to get as much of the powder as I want on my powder puff, smooth it into the palm of my hand until it is even, and then we are going to apply under the eyes as close to the lash line as possible, and making sure the loose powder covers our complete under eye. Also bringing it up the side of my nose for a reverse contour. And then I'm going to take my tapered powder brush and just blend out any harsh lines in the areas that I don't want them to be. If you want any areas of your face to have extra brightness, you want to apply more powder there. So even though my under eye has enough powder on it, I do like extra brightness on the innermost corner of my under eye. So I'm going to apply a tad of extra powder there and blend it in with the rest of the powder under my eyes, just so that it gets as bright as possible. I also like to use my loose powders in any of the areas on my face that get more oily. So for me, that's above my lip, on my chin, and also in the center of my forehead. I don't mind letting these bake, but if I'm going to do that, I make sure it doesn't have as much powder as my under eye because I don't necessarily need excess pigment there. I just want it to stay matte. And using both pressed and loose powder will ensure that your face stays matte. I also like to apply a loose powder under my cheekbones where I apply my bronzer for a reverse contour effect, but I'm gonna do this after I apply my powder bronzer, so I'm gonna do that and then come back to you. Now I'm using my tapered powder brush to just blend in where I applied my loose powder to my upper lip and my chin, and then also in the center of my forehead. We're leaving the under eye as long as we possibly can. It's only been a couple of minutes. It took me about a minute or two to apply my bronzer. So now what I'm going to do is take my powder puff and any of the excess loose powder on it, I'm going to use to do kind of a reverse contour underneath my bronzer. This is going to sharpen the cheekbone. And then again, I'm going to take my tapered powder brush and immediately dust that away, because if we leave this powder here for too long, it's going to brighten this area, and we don't want that. Really, I could tell you to get another loose powder that is closer to your skin tone, but friend, I don't think you need that many products. I think if you use the same loose powder and just dust it away immediately, it won't give you too much of a cast. And then you can also go over with the brush that you use to apply your skin tone powder foundation and just tap it along the area so that again it doesn't brighten this up too much. Now for our loose powder under our eyes, I'm going to take my powder puff and I'm going to press this in. This is going to ensure we get the full use out of our loose powder, and don't worry, there will be excess powder on your face. I'll show you what to do, but we want to press it in so that we're getting the full effect. So as I said, there's still going to be some excess powder. All we're going to do is take our tapered powder brush and we're going to blend this in and wipe it away. You see how smooth and flawless and bright our face looks with powder? Well, yes, this is exactly how you want to look after using all of your powders. And that is how to set your face with powder. I'm going to come back when I complete my makeup look and show you the final result. Okay friends, my makeup is pretty much done, but I do like to add one last little finishing touch. I love using a brightening powder to brighten up my under eyes a little bit when my makeup is done. This is after using my powders and then my setting spray, so sometimes the setting spray tends to tone everything down. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. This is in the shade 2, I believe. And I just like to get a little detailer brush and apply some to it. And then I go to the innermost corner of my under eyes. You can also use your first press powder, your highlighting press powder to do this, but since I have a brightening powder available, I do like to use it. And you see the difference that makes. It just made my under eye the tiniest bit brighter. I kind of blend this into the blush as well with a light hand. I just love how it looks as a bright under eye girly. This part is not mandatory at all, but I thought I would show you because it is a part of my powder routine and it's something that I feel really takes my makeup to the next level. I make sure to also blend along the sides of my nose so that we don't create a harsh line there. And my under eye just looks that much brighter. I do like to also add some to the center of my forehead as well if I want some extra brightness there as well. But yeah, isn't that stunning? And this is my completed makeup look. Nothing crazy today. I just kind of did my normal base, red blush, bronzer. I did add a little bit of a wing, which is I guess irregular for me, but I did just want a little something on my eyes. I hope this video was helpful and that you understand what each powder that I use is for. Please know that your makeup is going to last all day with this, and I know you guys will love this routine if you try it out. Definitely adjust it to your skin concerns and your skin type as well. I know not everyone has oily skin like I do. And yeah, I hope this video was so helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Also make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any other videos that I post, and turn on that post notification bell so that you know exactly when I upload, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!